Hello, so with the recent patch we got the skill tree changes, and with that there came a lot of mixed up builds for every single character. The good part is now that you always see the perks and you will always kinda instantaneously know where you want to go on the skill tree, and you don't have to spend so much time getting the perks you want. So if you watch the video or a streamer or a friend told you about a build, whatever, and they tell you to have this loadout and you have to go here, and the perks you needed to get are random, and then depending on if you needed to get 3 out of 3 random perks, you could have been busy just respeccing your skill tree over and over and over again for an hour, and this is gone now. So in the end I would say both sides got hit the same. It's not, I would say, as broken as it was before, because back in the days you had the OP Baba Bill, which was, even as a family man, in my opinion, too strong. And on the victim side, especially for Anna, you had the Choose Fight Grappler build, which was just unfair for the family, and all of these are gone. There were some big losers, for example Danny and Nancy, both of them got hit the hardest. Obviously Baba also got hit hard, so in general I really like the change. And I like now that if you need to level up every single character you have, yeah, maybe you take half an hour. But yeah, like I said, back in the days, if you wanted to level up one character, you can spend more than 1 hour. So overall, I like these changes. But obviously the builds changed, the skill tree changed. And in this video, I'm going to cover the new skill tree and the new loadout for Anna. So Anna is always, I would say, maybe the most beginner-friendly character in the game because of her ability. So if you really get caught in a bad spot, or you messed up a loop, or you get caught by Leatherface in a dead spot, or you need to run to the exit gate and you get like family members camping that, something like that, you are always going to be able to pop your ability and kind of be a giga tank. It's impossible to kill Anna in her ability, I would say, even if all 3 family members hit her. But yeah, obviously if you just stand there for 10 seconds, they can still kill you. Her perks are nice, her attribute points are amazing, and she can do it all. She can jump the window with her ability, she can tank some hits. And yeah, overall a very, very, very strong victim. One of the strongest, I would say, and one of the most beginner-friendly out there as well. So if you haven't tried Anna so far, make sure to do it. I also do like her new skill tree. I would say yes, the older one was probably way stronger, but she is not to underestimate right now. Okay, so now let's talk about her attribute points. As always, I do like to have a lot of points in my toughness. You can obviously put that down, but especially in combination with having an extra trip, right? The more HP you have, the more value you get out of your extra trip, I would say. And in general, toughness just helps for every situation. Every family member takes more hits to kill you. If you get knocked down, you stand up quicker. If you drop down a well or jump a window, you stand up quicker. If you bleed out down the well, you stand up quicker. So high toughness is, in my opinion, very, very important. And also if you wanna close encounter a family member, high toughness is way more important than high strength, because the percentage wise of your HP counts way more than the strength. So if you have 10% HP but 50 strength, you most of the time will never win a close encounter. But if you have 80, 90, 100, 60% of your HP and 10 strength, whatever, then you have a high chance of still winning that a close encounter. Yeah, having high toughness is always good. I would always recommend going above 30. So in that case, right, even if you put 0 points in there, you should be completely fine, because over 30 means that you're going to survive a Leatherface overhit and an M1. So you will always be able to take a gap. Because sometimes, right, Leatherface hits you right in front of the gap, and then he gets one more hit in, and then, yeah, you would bleed out. And that's not the case with this. Same goes for if you jump down the well, he hits an overhead while you start the animation, he will still get one hit in. and then you drop down the well. In that scenarios, you want a little bit more, maybe like 40, and then you will also survive dropping down the well. So yeah, more toughness is just better, safer, stronger in general. You can mess up maybe in a loop and still be fine. And yes, since she has extra trip, get the full HP back is quite easy, and that's why it makes a lot of sense. Endurance, I always want to have 30 endurance. It's just a nice number. I would not go below 30 because endurance is there if you want to sprint. So while you're running, sprinting, using a dash action, that consumes less stamina, the more endurance you have. And also once you stop running and just walk, the time it takes for your stamina to regenerate is also higher or faster the higher your endurance. But yeah, with 30 toughness, I do not really run into many stamina problems. Yes, of course you can, but in combination with slippery, where you once in a while can just take a gap and walk, so get a little bit back, you should be fine in most of the loops, and you can just loop that loop forever. But yeah, obviously depending on your playstyle, if you say, you run out of stamina way too many times, and that's the reason why I get killed, you can put some points out in toughness. I would still say stay above 40 just so you survive the well interaction, or if you're not completely full HP, you still survive on Leatherface overhead M1, right? And put some more points in there. But that always increases if I have my perk level 3. Then strength is, in my opinion, not a very useful perk. It helps you get off the rope in the beginning faster. The most important is for me that you can kick generator. So yeah, kicking generator in a decent amount of time with her strength is also quite nice. And then yeah, it affects how fast you win a close encounter. But yeah, like I just said, having higher HP threshold is still way more important than strength. So yeah. Obviously, if the family members, for what reason on some strategies they're going to latch the door, you can barge them faster, but besides that, yeah, I would not recommend putting points in there, even if you say, okay, wanna go full grappler, full close encounter, and you never really wanna open any door because the only thing you do is pressure tank or fuse and bully the family member, then I would say, well, put your points in toughness and endurance. It's still better than having strength. So yeah. Then the next thing is proficiency, and I would always have this at 42 least, like really 40 is the lowest I would go, because if you go lower, the game just feels unpleasant to play. If you want to play the game like it is supposed to be played, right? Because opening a door, doesn't matter, basement door, an exit door, a cook padlock, all these things, they need a high proficiency for you to unlock them in a decent amount of time. Also searching the toolbox or bone shards without making noise, which can be very helpful if you manage to go inside a site or you're outside the yard, the house, and you don't want to make noise because the family member could see that and know that now you're outside. Means that you need high proficiency, you stay there and you hold down your E key on keyboard and you get your items faster. And also turning the pressure, turning the wharf handle on, and turning the car battery off, all these things is proficiency. So yeah, 90% of the things you do is proficiency. You can argue and say, okay, like it makes a lot of difference if you have 44 or 50. You can say, okay, I just put my points out here, right, and put them all back into proficiency, and you can still be okay. It's still a good build. But yeah, I would say you're completely fine running 44. Just make sure to have an even number here, because in the end, if I have 44 or 45, means now I will take the exact amount of clicks to unlock a gate or a padlock completely. Of course, if you say, okay, you want to do 1/3, and then if you get pushed away, yes, then you save maybe half a second, but in general, 44 is a very nice number. It doesn't hurt too much. You don't feel too punished, and yeah, it feels nice to play. Then we have stealth. In my opinion, the useless stats of them all, because that means when you climb up a ladder, take a crawl space, or go through a bubble breakable, your victim will make a grunting noise, right? Because it's exhausting to do these actions. Then yeah, the noise is lower. It also, okay, like I said, with proficiency, you hold down the E key, and with high stealth, you can spam the E key. So in the end, higher stealth means that you will get your lock without making noise faster, because tapping gives you more points than holding. So yeah, but like I said, it's super useless. I would rather spend a little bit more time holding down and then save at least 99% more time on opening a door than having high stealth. So yeah, don't put points in there ever. I wouldn't be surprised if they rework or remove this thing in the future. Yeah, this is a attribute points. I like it. It's quite unique. You can do everything. You can run, you can dash, you can fight, you can tank, you can open stuff. That's also a reason why Anna is so strong, right? It's just very flexible. So now we're going to talk about his skill tree. And on Victim, especially if you put high points in toughness, the first perk you want to look out for is Extra Trip. The best Victim perk, in my opinion, is probably Jumpstart. But if you go Jumpstart with her, which is here, you can't get Extra Trip. And also over here are very good perks like Bomb Squad, right? Then, yeah, so obviously depends on you, right? If you say you really run out of stamina a lot, you can obviously go towards the right path. There are not so many good perks here, right? There can be good perks with stunt double, but like I said, Anna can pop ability to jump the window on family house, and besides that, it's most of the time only if you take the well. So if you end up, okay, I do not know the game good enough and you're like a beginner-ish, you can go on the right side and then just take stunt double if you have family house, or if you see yourself taking the well a lot, then jumpstart, so you can never really run out of stamina. And then just go here and take what doesn't kill you, because what doesn't kill you is also a heal perk, and like I would say one of the best 3, probably rank 3 when it comes to healing. So you miss out on a best healing perk, but you still have some sort of healing. But yeah, if you say you're really not a beginner anymore and you kind of know how to loop and how to play and just enjoy the game how it is supposed to be played, by forcing actions, running into family member, looping them, being annoying, being time efficient, because Bomb Squad can do that as well, right? You really wanna go left, because even if you're aggressive and you run into them, you have your healing perk and you can loop with Slippery. So yeah, going left, the way I went here is, in my opinion, the best for Anna. But yeah, there can be arguments set, right, just to take Jumpstart, because this is for sure the best Victim perk in the game. So obviously depends, right? This is either Extra Drip or Jumpstart, and I'm going to let that to you for the picking. Alright, and now we're going to talk about her perks. Like I said, the burst perks you always want to run, in my opinion, is Extra Drip and Slippery, because you do not have Jumpstart, so you need Slippery, because you will now every time move faster for 7 seconds if you take a gap, which now means the family members cannot really catch up to you. So you take a gap and then you just start walking, and during that time you will get your stamina back. You have to play a little bit differently than Jumpstart, because with Jumpstart you just run and run and run and run. But if you loop a family member, there will always be a crawl space or a gap which you're going to take so you can loop them. And then Slippery kinda does the same as Jumpstart, right? So this is fixed. Obviously then there's the healing perk. The best healing perk in the game is Extra Trip. One of the best healing perks is what doesn't kill you. But yeah, since you have the option to take the best one, you just run Extra Trip, because after you use a health potion, you get 3 HP for 12 seconds, so you're going to get 36 HP back in the end, after you got the heal from the health potion itself. And 36 is like 1/4 of your HP. So yeah, using a big health potion with Extra Drip while you like on 10% HP means you're nearly back to full HP. Also, what's nice of this perk, you can heal your teammates. So if you happen to find yourself with a big health potion, but you only need a tiny little bit of heal, for example, 36 or less, right? You can ask one of your teammates if they do need heal. So it's never really bad to just pick up a big health potion when you find yourself in no need to pick up a bone shard since you're running bomb squad, right? Or they don't have hitch. And then you can either use it in the chase or later on if you see a teammate or you reset with your teammates, you can heal him and also get heal out of it. And then at the moment, because first of all, I'm leveling it up, right? Because I have the other perks also leveled up on level 3. I'm using Rentrack. Rentrack is not that bad, having more points and endurance. I always thought in the beginning it's super bad, but it's insane how much 1 point can change. And yeah, because I run this, I can go for 44 and 44, right? If I would pick it up and run Bomb Squad now, I would remove 5 points here and put that here. So this is how I would change my loadout, right? If I really say, okay, there's a Hitchhiker or a Nancy or a Hans or maybe all 3 of them, right? You run Bomb Squad and then you have still a very good loadout. Otherwise, okay, if you say, I do find myself running out of stamina still way too often, you can either also go for second wind. It's not the best perk, but it's a good perk to get rid of your stamina issues while you're in a chase, right? Because you get hit and later on you will get your stamina back. So you get hit, you run away, you run away, you run away, you run away. Then your stamina is low, but you didn't take any hits since then, and your stamina is back, and you can keep running. It's kind of like a cheap version of Choose Flight, right? So yeah, not to underestimate, but I really do like my Rentrack at the moment, and that's why I'm going for this loadout. Yeah, obviously depends on you, right? What you wanna play, and yeah. This is all there has to be said about her perks, and now we're going to talk about her ability skill tree. As always, we're going to take a look at the top one first, right? Have your ability more often? Yeah, always sounds nice, but I would say it's most of the time a bait, right? In a normal game, you will use your ability once. Anna's cooldown is also not so high, so I would say on Anna you can always use them twice. And with this quicker recharge, I would say I don't even know if there would be enough to make it 3 times, but yeah. Most games, unless you're completely new, you use your ability once, and that should be enough, can be enough, maybe most of the time twice. So yeah, the best time I use my ability twice in a game. I try to be very patient and careful how to use my ability. Sometimes I don't use it if it's a hitchhiker and I know I will bleed out the basement. So I can save it for a little bit later to pop it on Leatherface if he finds me. But obviously up to you, right? I do like the damage reduction multiplier, so you take 0 damage at all. So if Leatherface really hits you, or is about to hit you, you pop your ability, and then you just take no damage at all. And this is the way I want to play it. And also, obviously, if it's a Johnny who is right behind you, you pop your ability and you take no damage, even though he hits you a lot of times. And yeah, that's why I really like the damage reduction. That's why I go for the middle one. And having the ability last longer, it's just not worth it, right? You pop your ability and then it's either Leatherface who just hits you once and then you need a 3 seconds, or it's a Johnny because you're in an open field and then you will make it towards a gap or crawl space or well in a short amount of time than 11 seconds. The only thing where this can be useful is on Family House. If you really want to run all the way to the exit, so you can maybe tank 2 Leatherfaces overheads, but really only in that scenario I would go for that. So most of the time, doesn't matter what, where, how, and when, the damage reduction is always the best. And then we look at the next one. So the cooldown rate, in my opinion, is, like I said, a little bit of a bait. The middle one is amazing because whenever you get hit, you will recover, you get stamina. So how you could use your ability, and that's how I use it. I run, then you can also combine it on Family House, right? And when you run out of stamina, or you out of stamina, or a family member is catching up, maybe with Leatherface, you pop your ability, you gain the stamina back, then you run a bit and you wait so they get another hit in before you run out of your ability and then have stamina and you can make it somewhere else. So you're using it in chase when you need to cover from one place to another and get hit in between. You take no damage, you get your stamina back. It's such a nice combination, it feels amazing. So it's obviously way better than having the ability last a second longer, right? So, and then we were in the middle, and then we're gonna check out, like I said, if you really wanna use ability more often, you can go to the left, right? But this damage reduction doesn't stack, and the reason why I went for the right is because of what I just said, right? It's still 2 seconds less, it's not like too much less, but 9 seconds, it can be enough that Leatherface does 2 overheads, or what I just explained, you run, let you hit yourself, run a little bit so your stamina depletes, wait until they catch up and get another hit in, so you get more stamina, and this is why I go for the lasting longer. And yeah. And this is the path I'm take. I would never really run another path, and it's just amazing. And yeah, it's very versatile. It doesn't matter if you get caught in a bad place or if you need to cover distance, pop your ability and you will be fine. Alright, that's it. That's all there has to be said about the new Skilltree loadout, and I hope it was useful. I hope you're gonna make some good use out of it and you're going to have some good games with it in the future. In case you did, make sure to like the video, and as always, if you feel super nice, make sure to subscribe to my channel or comment in the video below. Thanks for watching and good luck in your next games. Bye bye.